Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Hang on, you guys can watch yourself. Why'd that happen? Selected the wrong thingy. Hang on. You guys can look at Mixer for a sec. Oh no, oh, we're getting crazy here, guys. We're gonna get crazy. Why is it doing that? Hang on. Hang on. We're gonna go back in the chat because something's wrong here. Why did that happen? Why is it not looking? There it is. All right. Back to the news. Better? My bad. I don't know why that happened. All right. So, let's start off with the big news of the day. Because I need to start talking about this now, and then we can talk about it more after, because I'll need to get some thoughts out. So, first thing I woke up this morning was going on my phone and seeing a couple of notifications, a couple of things. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer. So, it's a pretty big move by Microsoft right now. Quite interesting of a play. And it's going to be redirecting its users to Facebook. So I'll talk about the business sense stuff a little bit here, because I will probably be talking more about what this has repercussions for my stream and a couple of other people. But yeah. So I read a few things related to this as well, but very jolly music for this. So, Mixer, the Microsoft-owned streaming platform, which I stream on, as one of a few, is getting shut down. It seems that Microsoft had determined that it wasn't profitable, it wasn't seeing the growth they wanted. Microsoft kind of have been... They're funny with their business stuff. Sometimes they play hardball, and they decide to cull different departments, do different things. I want to know if this is actually the Microsoft division or if this is actually the gaming division, but over the growth of the last year, it's been stagnant. They brought people in and they expected it to change. People didn't really move platform from Twitch to Mixer, various other things, but yeah, it kind of explains some of the moves that Microsoft and Facebook have been trying to do with gaming related stuff and streaming related stuff over the past 3 months or so. So yeah, so my assumption is that the app that is on the Xboxes and probably on the PC will now be switched over to a Facebook one. I don't know if it will automatically install. Who knows? But yeah, that is the big elephant. And I will talk about this more at the end of this. But for now, we shall move on to some other news. Alright. Atlas asks streamers to avoid sharing Persona 4. So here's a funny one. So if you're playing Persona 4 Golden and you're streaming it, they've asked us to do this before. It's ridiculous. You can't ask that. People are going to try anyway. People are going to get banned. But I guess when they own the IP, they can do what they want. But what's funny about this particular one is if you've ever played, like, one, Persona is very old. Persona 4 is very old now. So most people know the spoilers. Very easy to come across them. 2, Persona 4 has sequels. There's literally games that have the spoiler stuff as rostered characters in the fighting game, in like Labyrinth and everything like that. It's very silly, but Atlas gonna be Atlas. They just seem to be out of touch a whole heap of times. Very weird news. Got lots of people making fun of him. So Studio Ghibli is working on their first 3D animated film, and these are some of the first screenshots of it. Very current Japan 3D art style. You can see the Ghibli stylings in the models. Curious how that will go. But yeah, it was meant to make its debut in 2020, but it looks like it's probably going to be pushed back. So, if you like Ghibli movies, yeah, stay tuned. We won't do that one just yet. We'll do this one. Super Nintendo will have moving coins and a walking Yoshi. So, I saw people playing this. Let's play that. So in Japan, they're going to have a Nintendo Land. You may have seen pictures about it. It's at Universal Studios. I know which area it's going to be. I actually know a person that used to work there. And it sounds like it's going on a huge overhaul. It's taking them quite some time to do it, but some of the first glimpses of the Universal Studios Yoshi Land. Yoshi Land, Mario Land. Yeah. The layout plans and stuff have already been shown, and a whole heap of other stuff, so if you're curious, you can look at that. So Last of Us 2, I didn't get any articles related around all the hoo-ha about it, but there is two sides to the coin where people are very upset with this game in terms of what it is doing in the story, how it represents individuals, a lot of other stuff, what they did in terms of some of just general the game. But despite that, it is smashing sales in most regions. And in the UK, it's the fastest selling PS4 game, and it's kind of this was inevitable to happen. But yeah. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 DLC. Vinsmoke gets his first screenshots. So again, I'm not too fussed about this character myself. I don't really like the Vinsmoke family in One Piece. The characters in the actual game didn't really do much interesting, and they didn't really play too different from each other. Maybe the dad will. He's very big. Apparently he's another Sky character. Yeah, if you like Pirate Warriors, maybe you want this DLC. I think some of the other DLC characters is just more interesting. But yeah. All right, let's jump more into some of this Mixer stuff. Apple repeatedly rejects the Facebook app gaming app for the App Store for iOS. So now this news, I read this and I just sort of scoffed at it because I don't think much of the Facebook gaming platform. I was debating about doing that. I tried to do some streaming through Facebook. It was all very clumsy and I wasn't a fan of it. So I sort of stopped, but it looks like they were trying to make a push, and I was like, oh, well, that seems weird. I guess they can try and do that. It's funny that it's not really working, especially with a lot of people being quite upset with Facebook these days. Yeah, considering what we know now, it was probably not just iOS, but probably wasn't probably just Facebook making a push. It was probably Microsoft also making the push as well, considering that they won't have their own platform anymore. Hey, Rainbow. You didn't know Facebook gaming was a thing? Yeah, it's only quite recent. It actually came about while I've been streaming. So that would have to be in the past 3-4 months. Basically, they had their streaming platform. You could stream and you could do like make your pages and stuff like that. But then they made a separate section which is gaming, Facebook gaming, and you basically have, it's a different setup. It's kind of a desktop dashboard that you would have on the other streaming platforms, but it's kind of crap. But I was going to give that time. Like, if it got any better, maybe I might use it, but very likely, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'll talk about it later. But yeah, now we know why they were trying to make the push, because if it doesn't get put on iOS, that massively limits Mixer even more. So, yeah. Okay, to talk more about... So there was a couple of things. So I'll talk about this and I'll talk about something else because I don't think I have an article for it. So, it looks like many things came about, but former Microsoft employee accuses Mixer manager for racist comments. So, there's some pretty rough stuff in here. I'm not going to go into everything, but it just sounds like upper management and Mixer might actually be quite bad, and it might be a good thing that it's being dismantled, and it might be some part of the reason why it was being dismantled. I can't imagine Phil Spencer would be happy about this. He seems like a pretty good guy. But yeah, holy heck. Based off the headlines, it seems pretty problematic. I know, it was a weird platform. The whole it coming about and then like big people being bought from Twitch to be brought over, like, yeah, no, it's a really weird, rough time. I understand the point of it. The thing is, here's the thing. I get that Twitch is huge. Twitch is the biggest streaming platform for gaming. Other platforms for streaming do not offer nowhere near the quality of service and quality of life stuff that Twitch provides. The only other one that I've used that I'm like, well, actually, this is actually doing some smart stuff. They're actually trying to support people. There's some things here. Was Mixer. And yeah, kind of a situation now where like it looks like this is all just, it's all come to a boil, all of this. It's just, it feels really weird. They should be fired. I wouldn't be surprised if they're probably going to be fired now. There's some pretty rough stuff in here. But that said, I will talk also about Twitch, because stuff is coming out over the past few days. If you saw there was some Me Too movement stuff happening, on both, on a couple of different spaces. Like there was some celebrities and stuff, but there were some ones that were related to Twitch and YouTubers, and some stuff came up there, but they were actual streamers and things like that. But then there's also been Me Too stuff related to Twitch. I don't know, I think there was an ex-CEO and another person. I really don't like this rumor mill. I try not to include news like this, but right now it's kind of a sort of a talking point that needs to be at least addressed. But it seems like there were individuals at higher management in Twitch that were problematic also, who have now left. I don't know how all that relates to the industry social scene at the top levels now, but yeah. So it's kind of a funny time, but yeah, if again, all this stuff is positive in the sense that, think about all this stuff coming about, it's bad. Positive, at least people are now feeling comfortable to be able to speak out, or being more comfortable to speak out. So always try to think about it that way. All big companies are problematic, and more than others. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, I worked for a very big company for a bit there, and yeah, it becomes a sort of a weird thing as the corporate ladder goes up. So yeah, all right. We'll come back again to Mixer. I just wanted to put that there in the middle as well, because it was somewhat related. Another weird one. Samurai Showdown teases their DLC character, which is literally just the silhouette of the knight from where is it? Did they actually say? I think it's the knight. Is it the knight from For Honor? I believe. So I haven't played For Honor in a very long time, but that is a weird character. It's literally the silhouette that you can find on like their webpage and stuff like that, and on the game store. So the For Honor knight is going to be in Sam Show. That's such a not real mix. That's such a weird clash of styles. I mean, literally look at the other 3 DLC characters. You got 2 boob girls and an anime man. Like, very strange. You thought it was Thanos for a reason. He kind of does look like Thanos, doesn't he? Yeah. That one was weird. Pokemon Cafe mixes virtual doors. Pokemon Cafe mixes virtual doors will open on June 23rd. So this was amongst all those Pokemon news. We will be getting more Pokemon news sometime soon. But if you want to play this mobile game that is very cute, just very lighthearted, very cute, probably has some free-to-play services for paid. That'll be very soon. It is currently June 23rd today for me, so I don't think it will come out for today for me, but probably tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. This news wasn't going to be as big as it was until I read today's news for the Mixer, but this is what I thought we'd be talking about mostly. So, Super Smash Bros. Did their announcement for their new character, which is Min Min from ARMS. Obvious choice. Me and my mates, pretty much as soon as we heard that it was going to be ARMS, or thought it was going to be ARMS, that it would have to be Min Min. She looks amazing. If you haven't seen her gameplay, there's a little short here that's very cute. There's the presentation, it's quite long. There's some costumes we can talk about. But yeah, I'll see if I'll just jump into here and we'll just show a little bit of gameplay if I can. Where is she fighting? It's just up here. But yeah, so she's pretty interesting. She pretty much fights how she does in ARMS. She has left arm, right arm. She has a massive dead zone around her, so when you're throwing out your arms, you're very vulnerable. She can switch her arms. Yeah, she looks fantastic. She fits perfectly into the art style of Smash. I'm very excited to see more of this character. I will play her. She might be the reason I play Smash on stream, by the way. I was thinking about playing Smash sometimes with you guys. I don't know if you guys would want to do that, but I like the idea of an open lobby and just playing it sometimes, and this might be the game to do it, so yeah. It looks pretty cool. Armin, you would? Question, Armin, are you now? I'll ask this stuff later. You have to get Smash now. Smash Ultimate is a extremely good game. A very high like quality, money for your buck. It's very, very good. I highly recommend that game. Amongst the other news, I actually was talking to Al about this on Twitter today. So one of the other things is they did new costumes. So we got Ninja, whatever his name is. The ninja guy from ARMS, Heihachi. We got the Squid Girls returning. But the big one was, out of nowhere, we have Vault Boy. So Vault Boy is going to be on Smash from Fallout. When me and my mates were watching it, the screen went black and white, and we're like, who the hell could this be? None of us expected it to be Vault Boy. But it's a good pull. I don't think Vault Boy would make a real character, and I don't think they could really have Fallout in the game any other way, but Bethesda sneaking themselves in there. Yeah. So the second big news I was going to talk about was Crash Bandicoot launching. It's aiming for October 2nd. If you missed the rumor mill, there was a massive rumor mill about this game. I'm fairly sure most of it was fabricated. I'm not sure it was real leaks, but lots of rumors, lots of leaks, but the game is real. It looks really good. I am very impressed with this game in terms of its visuals. If you ever played the original Crash Bandicoot and then played the remake trilogies and Spyro that Toys of Bob worked on and everything, perfect. Very, very wonderful setup for this. I have high hopes for this game. I said on Twitter, I think this game, to me, looks like the return of the return of Crash Bandicoot, as if he just sort of skipped through time. Really does feel like we now have a situation where it's as if Crash naturally made a progression to this point. And talking to friends, it was sort of that thing of like, it kind of reminded us of like how Sakurai sort of approached making some of his characters, if like Kid Icarus and stuff like that, where making it feel like the game never left. It naturally kept going until this point, and that could be for better, for worse, who knows, but this does look quite good. There's some decent gameplay about it. If you want to go check out this, there's lots of footage out there now. There's some screenshots, but yeah, October 2nd, so it's coming out this year at a good time too. So yeah, the main system of it looks like, is you get costumes, which are your masks. Didn't used to have that in Crash, and you change your mask and you'll get different abilities. And yeah, I think it looks quite good as a platformer still, so I'm keen for that. Okay, so this one probably wouldn't impact many people, but for me, I know of both of these companies, all three companies actually, rather. So Curse, I used to love Curse. Curse was a very good modding platform. It was a very good, like, I used it for WoW and everything. They also were the ones that made the Twitch desktop app for talking, not for chatting like Discord, not the one that not for streaming. Then that eventually came about, and then they got bought out, and then they became a part Twitch Forge, and Curse became Curse Forge, and Curse became a part of Twitch. That became the Twitch app. Then all the mods became a part of that. Then Twitch downsized all of that, but now it looks like Curse Forge is moving over to Overwolf. Overwolf is another app that I used for modding as well for a period, and did sort of similar stuff to Curse, but it seems like a good fit. To me, that makes sense. Who knows if either of those companies will survive. Modding communities will have to always exist, but it would be nice to have ones that are a little bit of funding, a little bit of nice polish, just easier to manage your mods and do things on various games. So like things like Minecraft, World of Warcraft, stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool to see. We'll see how that goes. Ghost of Tsushima has gone gold. I'm just excited for this. There's not really much of a news point. It's just, I'm excited for this game. I can't wait to see more of it. I hope they have done a really good job on this. And I hope that they're proud of themselves, because it looks really quite good just in terms of the stuff we've been showed so far. But yeah, very cool. The Marvel Avengers game, which had gone underground, and it's just been in development for it seems like it's into development hell. We saw the same thing a billion times over the past like 2 years or stuff. But yeah, looks like we're getting a release date. It's coming this holiday. I mean, we haven't got a solid release date, but at least they're saying it's coming this holiday. So we'll see. Coming out this year, I guess. Hey Jimmy, how's my day been? My day's been good. I've just been surprised by the news, so we'll talk about the mixer of stuff in a moment. We're so close. Yeah. You cleaned out your closet and got rid of many clothes. I wish I could convince my girlfriend to do that. When is Mixer being shut down? That's a good point, Jimmy. I don't know if they've actually stated a date. I want to have a look. It says in 1 month. Okay, I'll have a look. So yeah, if that's that soon, then that means that it's one of those people they've been planning this for a while then. Last bit of little news before we move back to the Mixer stuff, and I'll real talk us. So Smite is getting Aang and Korra and Zuko all as playable characters. I've never played Smite. I'll be honest, I've never played this game, but I love Avatar. Looks like they made a little short to go with this too. Looks like it's made in Flash. But I wonder whether they got the voice actors. I'm not listening to the audio right now, but it's pretty cool. I probably would never play Smite just for that, but I do like Avatar an awful lot. They look alright. The character models look good. They look like how they should. You can just go in Avatar state. I don't know how. Korra seems a little underpowered. Not Korra. Zuko seems really underpowered compared to the other two if they can go in Avatar state, but whatever. Alright. So, Armin, you asked no, Jimmy, you asked the date, and it says it's July 22nd, so yeah, literally a month. So, we've got a month. Alright. I guess real talk stuff now for me. So, it's one of those things that this is a little sad that this came about. I really don't know what the gaming scape for streaming will sort of look like post this. I personally don't think that I will be in a rush to move to Facebook gaming. I don't know if this means that the Facebook gaming app will just straight up replace Mixer. So if any of you are on Mixer, you might just find yourself naturally transition. You really like Mixer and you like the chat. Yeah, I feel like Mixer is not a terrible thing. It's just a little. This is really sad. I feel like I think this is one of those things that the disconnect between the Microsoft company and the gaming division, because Mixer didn't get promoted, by the way. So many people I've spoke to, and I barely knew about Mixer myself. I didn't know how big it was. I didn't know anything about it. Microsoft felt like they were actively trying to sabotage their own divisions, and Mixer, like, it didn't feel like it was given a real chance. I feel like there was all these weird decisions. I personally think that the Microsoft actual company division and the gaming division butt heads so much that there was some like just weird disconnect stuff, or there was just lack in judgment. Something went wrong, but it fell apart, and it's just sad to see this, because I personally believe in competition. I would hate to see one of the three major consoles go down now of Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. It's the same with the streaming platforms. I feel like all of them need to exist, otherwise they would just lack in comfortability, they would bloat, you would have a crash. Like, there's all this stuff that's just really like, I don't know, it needs to exist to be a healthy environment. And it would be nice to have maybe one or two. Like, I don't know if there's really room for one or an extra console, but Hey, Light Bender, you didn't know Restream bot was possible? Yeah, it's very handy for me. Less handy now. So that's what I'll probably talk about in a bit as well. Is sort of my relationship with Restream and stuff as well. But the idea that this one going down, and then Microsoft is trying to make Facebook take its place, but Facebook is still it's really a fresh platform. It doesn't seem fleshed out. It seems like it could have a lot of problems. I don't know if people are going to move over. It's just going to be messy. The amount of people I've seen already have just seen, no, I'm going straight back to Twitch. So there's going to be a huge surge of people coming back to Twitch. There's going to be a huge surge of people streamers coming back to Twitch. There's going to be people that are just going to be floating. Some people might take to YouTube, which YouTube's definitely not capable of being able to support gaming streamers. It just doesn't work. Yeah, no. You never heard about Mixer before until you started watching my streams. Yeah, they did an awful job. Microsoft did a terrible job promoting the platform, and yeah, it's just sad. But yeah, so as you can probably tell, I probably won't be streaming on Facebook right away. I'll let you guys in. I was thinking about moving off Mixer sometime soon anyway, just because I'm approaching that point where I can actually just be on Twitch and be okay. But it's one of those things that is sort of I'm unique in that case that I can do this because I did restream and I was trying to figure myself out, and Mixer wasn't a bad platform. Mixer and Twitch basically grew at the same time for me. I don't know why, it might be just my approach to it, but they basically both grew at about the same speed, and I got about the same amount of viewership and everything like that. So the platforms themselves were effective, but yeah, maybe it's just small streamer syndrome. I don't know. I just don't have any confidence in Facebook. When I was doing some stuff over there, it was very clumsy. It just didn't seem like it got visibility. I don't know if they're one. I don't know. But yeah, so for now, I think we'll continue what I'm doing. I think I'll just stick around with Mixer until the final days. Maybe we can have a stream together to say goodbye to Mixer. I don't know. But like, definitely something where we will probably find me on Twitch. But yeah, you might try Facebook gaming and just never come back. Who knows, Jimmy? That's the thing. I haven't spent enough time with it. I don't know if it is really any good. It just, on my dashboard end, it just kind of sucked, and it was really, I felt like I was pushing against the wall trying to get it to do what I wanted it to. But yeah. Oh, thanks to the host. Yeah, I don't know. Rainbow's indifferent about Mixer. Yeah, I think I think this is more of a thing for me than it'll probably be for you guys. But I do know I've got a split in my audience. I pretty much have 50-50 on audience, and then I kind of have some YouTube. But it's like one of those things that yeah. Because on Restream, I can have up to, I think comfortably having three streaming platforms at once works alright. I didn't think I really needed the Facebook one anymore, but maybe I should start it again. I don't know. Does Twitch have a level systems or anything like that? No, it doesn't. That was the thing when I came. Jimmy, Mixer was bizarre to me when I first came to it. The idea that they sort of gamified watching, and the Spark system, which I never quite fully got a grips from. Like, people liked that stuff, but to me it was so foreign that I didn't really know how I felt about it. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think I've said my piece on it. We'll probably end up talking more about Mixer and stuff like that over the next month or so. But definitely the case that this will be a rough period for people on the platform to either watch stuff or, like, you can now earn points by watching a stream. Yeah, actually no, you're totally right, Layla. I totally forgot about that. So that's not actually a thing built in, I don't believe, Layla. I think it actually is a what are they called? There's Streamlab add-ons that you can get, and I've seen quite a few of them. And Rainbow can come over there too. Just rainbow everywhere. I think that's an add-on that you have to turn on, which I haven't turned on yet. Because I've been watching a few other streamers that do it, and they've done it in an effective way for both Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter. I think it's actually something I can adapt and put onto mine as well. Thanks for follow, Lightbender. Hope you're enjoying the rant. But yeah, so I will probably bring that stuff onto my Twitch, because today's the last day of my streaming week, and I'll go and work on some of that stuff. I'll really have to try and focus on that, sort of prep people to move over if they want to move over from Mixer to my Twitch or whatever it might be. So yeah, you'll chat on both accounts. That'll be confusing. But that's what Yoda does. Yoda jumps between the two, and he confuses the heck out of me. It's a little sad, because I was actually going to spend this week working on finding more Mixer streamers to host and stuff, because I only have a small handful that I've been hosting or talking to, or trying to figure out a community around for the Mixer side. The Twitch one, I've had a very easy time doing that, but Mixer, it's been a little bit harder. And it's one of those things now, it's like almost feels like it's not even worth me doing that, because people probably, there's going to be a max exodus. I think so many people will probably already have stopped streaming on Mixer from today. Like, yeah, it's going to be weird. So I think just if you follow anyone on Mixer and you really want to keep watching them, try and find their social medias, try and find what they're doing. They'll let you know. Like, they're not going to just disappear off the face of Earth, very likely. They've probably built up a community and doing whatever. They'll probably move on to something. Twitch for you, sometimes the quality options aren't available, but most of the time it's 1080p only. Yeah, so I stream in 1080p and then I let it rescale, but it seems like Twitch is weird about that. I don't know if it's... The thing is, Alex, if I become an affiliate, then I think I get all those options just naturally, but as it stands, I don't think there's any way for me to turn it on. I think you either needed a certain follower base, or you needed to have certain statuses to be able to have that for some reason. But because I do restream and I record all my footage and stuff, it's easier for me to just have it in 1080p, unfortunately, which probably impacts the viewership in a sense where people can't reduce down the quality and their stream, they can't really watch it. But yeah, I mean, you guys seem to don't like, haven't mentioned to me that you have any quality issues, so I think it's okay. You don't really like here, you can see past you can't see past messages. Yeah, that is a weird thing, Jimmy. Like, I had to get used to Mixer doing that as well, but at least it keeps the log for the stream when you do the when it keeps the log in the highlights and in the past streams for the VODs and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough talking about this for now. I'll probably talk about it more while we're playing Monster Hunter, but we'll stop here on the news for now. This is something completely out of the blue. I might separate this out on YouTube so people see if they want to get this. I might make a highlight also on Twitch. I don't even think I can make highlights on Mixer, but like, who knows? Yeah. See, that was the thing I thought too, Layla. I was a bit disheartened because I thought about a whole heap of streamers. Like, gotta remember, Vine shutting down was also a drama for people. They merged 5, switching. Yeah, like, there's some bigger Mixer streamers that are probably going to be heavily impacted by this, and like, because they've probably gotten to a point where they're comfortable, but then they have to move platforms and they have to rebuild their community. Only like when you move from one platform to the other, not everyone is going to go. You're going to lose so many people, and that's so rough. And if you don't have a contract you're signing up, like, to guarantee yourself at least some revenue, you're going to have to redo that work. I was extremely fortunate. I've been extremely fortunate. The time period that I've streamed and I did restream, I built up a decent follow base on Mixer while I was doing Twitch. So me moving over, it allows me to... I got some of my viewership that is on Twitch from people that I found on Mixer. And, like, I can do that because I'm not an affiliate yet. And it's one of those things that is very lucky for me, because that size allows me to do this sort of stuff. But, like, yeah. The username colors mean anything on Twitch? No. The only thing's different on Twitch is your badges and things like that. So if people are VIPs or moderators or things like that. Yeah. All right. We'll finish here, and I'll swap over to Monster Hunter.